There once was a little girl named Sophie who lived with her two parents and her older brother Josh. When Sophie was young, she knew Josh was special. Her parents treated him like royalty. He got to spend more time with his parents, and he received all the attention. Sophie resented him. Sophie didn't want to sit by him. Sophie didn't want to touch him. Or even talk to him. When it came time for their first day of school, Josh and Sophie had to ride the bus. Josh came home complaining about the noise level on the bus, and from that day on, only Sophie had to ride it. It just wasn't fair. Growing up, Sophie soon learned that Josh was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. She was embarrassed for her brother. He couldn't do things like normal teenage boys could do. Josh wasn't a part of sports, any clubs, or extracurricular activities. She thought it reflected who she was as a person. Sophie felt that she needed to make up for her brother's lack of activity by involving herself in sports. She did the fall musical, joined basketball, soccer, and volleyball. She pushed herself academically. Her parents still did not recognize her talents. She felt isolated from her parents, and her parents just didn't understand. At school the next day, Sophie decided to sign up for a visit with a school counselor. She told Counselor Becky everything that was going on in her life. Sophie explained about Josh and her parents and how her academics and extracurricular activities were overwhelming her. Becky suggested that Sophie should surround herself with a positive community that recognizes her and praises her for her achievements. After the talk with Becky, Sophie decided to attend a local church and youth group. She learned there that she was truly loved by her parents, even though she didn't always feel like it. Years later, after high school, Sophie decided to go into a special needs counselor major and work with kids with disabilities and siblings with kids who have disabilities. The end.